I repeat, a tidal wave is heading your way.
Captain Jameson, we have an emergency. A tidal wave is heading our way. Everyone must get below decks immediately.
That's affirmative. We'll confirm with the president.
Got it? All this stuff's gotta come out.
Honolulu is bracing for the impact of what is being referred to as a massive tidal wave. The tidal wave created by the 10.5 that destroyed most of Los Angeles is predicted to hit the islands within the hour.
What do you have for me, Sean?
The evacuation plan for Hawaii is in place, Mr. President.
Good, good. Looks like they'll be ready when it hits.
Yes, sir.
Listen to me. Keep those field officers open 24/7. Nobody sleeps until this crisis is over. You got that?
Eastern Washington State's reporting rolling quakes.
Washington State?
Activity is about 1 kilometer below the surface. Tremors are shallow, coming in about every 30 seconds, between 1.4 and 2.3.
The place is swarming.
Where's the epicenter?
Down St. Helens.
It's gonna be rocks.
You're on with the president, Dr. Hill.
Mr. President, this is Dr. Hill.
Thank goodness you're all right, Dr. Hill. You had me worried.
Yeah, it's good to hear your voice too, sir.
I look forward to the day we can finally meet in person. Hopefully under more favorable circumstances.
I'd like that.
It's been a hell of a ride for all of us. How's Dr. Fisher?
We're relieved it's over.
I'm afraid it isn't, Samantha. I don't know what kind of news you're still getting out there, but Mount St. Helens has erupted again.
Mount St. Helens?
Less than an hour ago. The USGS is also tracking signs of significant seismic and volcanic activity in Idaho, Utah, and the Wyoming area.
You're talking about an area that's over 1,000 miles.
I know. If you're up to it, I want to fly both of you to Denver to head a USGS task force to look into this new development. This country already owes both of you an enormous debt for your extraordinary work during the West Coast crisis. I hate to ask even more, but we need to stay on top of this situation.
Of course, sir. I understand.
You and Dr. Fisher will be picked up within the hour.
We'll be ready.
I have complete faith in the both of you.
I hope we can live up to your confidence, Mr. President.
I'm sure you will.
Dr. Anderson, please report to 685. Dr. Anderson, please report to
It's not over.
685.
Dr. Fisher and Dr. Hill are departing as we speak, over.
State 3.0. Volta 306. Near final bearing now 270.
Even with the complete devastation of Waikiki and the island's other coastal areas, reports remain encouraging that the massive evacuation has been a success.
We're managing situations in Seattle, San Francisco, Los Angeles, and now Hawaii.
I'm aware of that, Mrs. Warner, but we have no choice. We must be prepared to splinter off resources on an as-needed basis.
I understand, sir.
What options do we have?
Well, there is potentially another resource.
And what is that?
It's something Roy Nolan and I have been organizing for the past year or so, just in case this kind of catastrophic scenario should occur. But it's
Mrs. Warner, are you going to tell me what it is or not?
I'm sorry, sir. It's just that we've never actually put this plan into action before. Essentially, it's a loose network of civilian volunteer rescue teams. Many of them untested in real-life situations like this, but all from qualified police, fire, or civilian backgrounds.
Is this a viable alternative?
It's something Mr. Nolan had a lot of faith in, sir.
Roy always did believe trying situations bring out the best in people.
I know you and Mr. Nolan were close. And remembering his selfless actions during those final hours.
Yes, indeed. Let's put Roy's plan into action, shall we?
Let's, Mr. President.
The entire country remains on edge as this unrelenting string of natural disasters continues to plague the nation. The question on everyone's mind seems to be, when will it all end?
The enormous rescue and cleanup effort underway in Los Angeles continues.
Come on, Laura.
Local,
We should
and
get going.
federal authorities desperately struggling to manage the nearly impossible situation. Reports of mass casualties continue to flood in, increasing the already staggering toll. Despite repeated assurances from local and federal authorities, widespread panic has begun to flare throughout the area.
God, you're beautiful. You know that?
Thank you. Well. Working frantically to evacuate people from the Hawaiian coastal areas.
Well, stop. Put out the fire.
I don't know if I can. I can't.
Some fireman you are.
All right, so what's the big surprise?
Even with the complete devastation
Will!
of Waikiki and the island's other coastal areas, reports remain encouraging that the massive
Hey!
evacuation has been a success.
Yes.
Will!
What?
Where you at, little brother? Will!
I'm up here, Brad. I'll be down in a minute.
Thought you were gonna speak to your brother about barging into our house like this.
I did.
Yeah?
Yes, I did.
Okay.
We're getting late news that another eruption could be caused over a string of volcanoes across the southwestern region.
Hey, man.
FEMA called. They're activating all the reserve rescue teams. We gotta be in Salt Lake by 6 tonight for some sort of orientation.
For real?
Yeah, they're bringing in guys from all over the country. They want all the teams in place just in case something else goes down.
Another disaster.
I don't know, they didn't say. They just said to get rolling. Hey. You're up for this, aren't you, little brother?
Yeah, but,
Well, I'm ready to go.
Yeah, all right, well, my rig's all packed up. Let's get cracking. Hey! Hi, Laura. How you doing?
Hi, Brad.
Hey, FEMA just called. I guess they needed everyone who signed up.
Signed up for what?
You know. Well, the reserve rescue team, I told you.
No, all you said was you were training with the guys.
Well, hopefully it'll only be for, a day or two.
You promised you'd come with me to Flagstaff, Will. With everything going on, my parents are scared to death.
I know. Okay, look, I'm sure they're gonna be okay without us for a little longer.
Are you coming with me or not?
Can't this wait a couple of days?
No. What? You think yourself, right?
What's that supposed to mean?
I just wish you'd fill me in on your plans once in a while.
All right. Hey, Laura. Now, come on. Come back here.
Bye, Laura.
Hey, Laura. Laura!
Dude, should be fine. You can't expect her to understand everything we're doing, man. I'll go pack your stuff.
Local and state authorities are completely overwhelmed by the scope and extent of the destruction. FEMA and other organizations have pledged assistance, but with the ongoing crises in Sun Valley, Monument Valley, Hawaii, and Los Angeles...
Mike's coordinating transportation for all the field commanders. Talk to him.
Will do. Thanks, Mrs. Warner.
Good luck.
Can I have a minute?
I was wondering how long it would take for you to get over here.
I'm ready to go out in the field again.
Natalie, I know you want this.
Anyone else in this organization, you wouldn't think twice about giving me another command right now. You need everybody you can get.
You're right, I do.
I am over the Clearfield accident.
Are you? You've been beating yourself up over that for nearly a year now.
2 FEMA personnel died during that rescue operation. I was the one in charge. I have to live with that every single day.
You have to live with the fact that accidents happen. And you don't just get up and quit because of it.
I'm not gonna walk away from my command.
Are you sure?
100% sure.
When you make a decision, you live with the consequences. No matter how things turn out.
I know.
I'm not here to pull strings for you, Natalie.
I need to do this. For me. You have to give me a chance. Please. I can do this.
Make me proud, baby.
Count on it, Mom.
Call me when you get there.
First thing. Thank you.
Dr. Hill.
Dr. Fisher. Al Roberts. Welcome aboard. Ian. Dr. Hill.
It's an honor, Dr. Hill. Ian Ewan.
Gina. Dr. Hill.
Gina Green, welcome. Thank you.
So the 3 of us will be working closely with you. Anything you need, anything at all, just ask us.
What's the update on Mount St. Helens?
We're not tracking any further signs of activity.
Are you sure?
Yeah, the eruptions seem to have stopped, just like that.
This doesn't make any sense.
No, it doesn't.
There's something we're missing here.
But what?
My helmet!
What's going on?
We have harmonic tremors coming out of Sun Valley, Idaho.
How frequent?
Breaking every 50 seconds. No, every 45 seconds.
Narrow it down.
They're up.
Bald Mountain, that's an extinct volcano.
Not anymore.
It's venting.
It's gonna erupt.
Call the NOAA. Issue an emergency warning to Sun Valley.
I'm on it. Level 3!
This can't be happening. Not this fast.
Bald Mountain, a volcano previously thought to be extinct, erupted this morning, devastating the Idaho towns of Ketchum, Sun Valley, and
I need to know we're doing everything in our power to help those survivors.
I believe we are, sir. We've deployed rescue crews in Ketchum, Sun Valley, Haley, and some of the outlying areas.
How are those volunteer crews working out?
So far, so good. We've had almost 100% compliance. They'll be working side by side along with seasoned rescue and response workers, and we've got some of our best field commanders in the area to oversee the operation.
Including your daughter, I understand.
Yes, Natalie.
Not an easy assignment for a mother to make.
No, sir. Although her eagerness to be where the action is left me with few, if any, options.
Our country is indebted to everyone involved in this rescue mission.
Thank you, Mr. President.
Is there anything else I can do to assist you, Mrs. Warner?
Wish us luck.
With all my heart.
In Sun Valley, thousands of casualties have already been confirmed, with many more missing or unaccounted for. Led by FEMA personnel, local and state rescue teams are pouring into the stricken areas.
You'll be all right. All right. You're okay.
Sit him down right away. Okay, sir. Are you okay?
Up, get up there. Come on.
You guys, up.
Be all right.
Roger, copy that. I got my eye on her. Let's go for the truck. All right, he's got to get out of here right away.
Need some help over here. You, come here.
Me?
Yeah, you. Come here.
Oh, I'm not part of the medical staff.
I don't care. I need your help. Come here. I need you to put pressure on this wound.
I can't do this.
Yes, you can. Look, this woman's losing a lot of blood. I need you to put pressure on this wound right now. Put those down. Come on. Give me your hands. Come here. Come on. There you go. Hold that right there. What's your name? Your name? You got a name, don't you?
Amy.
You're doing good, Amy. Hold that there. All right. That's it. One more. Watch out. There we go. That's it. We're done. Hey, you can let go now. You all right?
Yeah.
You did great. Thanks. Hey, we need to get this woman to the field hospital.
Come on, let's go. Back it up. Back it up. Clock's ticking, people. Come on.
Alex Becker?
Yeah, what do you need?
Natalie Warner. I've been assigned to run this operation with you.
Right. Well, what are you doing? Come on, no, back it up! Heard you gave up field work.
You have a problem with me being here?
My problem is, Warner, is I've got hundreds of families trapped out there. My mission is to save as many lives as possible, and I don't want anyone getting in the way of that.
I wasn't planning on getting in the way. I'm here to work with you. If you can't do that, I'll run this operation alone, okay? Come on, guys, let's go. Let's go. Unload that truck. Come on. Let's get going. Pass it here. Got it.
In Sun Valley, the only way for volcanic gas to reach the surface is for it to punch through the plate, creating a hotspot volcano. It takes an incredible amount of force to do this. Force, I suspect, that was generated by the ongoing earthquake storm that began on the West Coast 3 days ago.
Dr. Hill, are you saying the 10.5 in California was only part of this earthquake storm and not an isolated event?
Are you saying there's a connection between these events?
That's my suspicion. It's possible the disruptions were so intense and generated so much heat that they created new fracture and stress zones under the entire western United States. If so, the whole region is in jeopardy.
Excuse me, Dr. Hale, Dr. Fisher. We've got quake swarms coming out of Kings Peak, Utah.
Come on, let's go.
Okay, we're on it.
Are we tracking any signs of pre-activity?
No, nothing.
We've got side-to-side compression waves. They're buffeting the entire area.
It looks like general activity is about 1 kilometer below the surface. Frequency?
About every 45 seconds. No, make that 30 seconds.
Scale, Gina?
Fluctuating between 1.8 and 2.2.
Pull up our Landsat satellite image.
Can you see a thermal overlay?
Mm-hmm.
Something is definitely going on well below the surface.
The question is what?
Listen up, people. We break our units into 4 squads of 6 men each. Each squad is responsible for covering an at-risk zone within Sun Valley. 1 canine handler will accompany each squad and help to cover that zone. Transports will travel you as close as possible to your area. Once there, you'll split your squads into teams, 2 men apiece. Nobody goes out alone.
Excuse me.
Yes.
Who decides on the squads?
I do, once we're on site. Now, when you locate survivors trapped beneath multiple layers of concrete or other building material, do not go in after them. I repeat, do not go in after them. These sites are very volatile. They need to be delayered piece by piece. For that, we have a team of engineers with expertise in evaluating, shoring up, breaching, bracing, and lifting structural components. We'll alert them and send them out to you ASAP. Am I clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
There are 4 major locations in the area to investigate. Powder Crest Ski Lodge, the Town Shopping Plaza, the
Mountain Glen Inn and the Tree Line condominiums, all of which collapsed due to massive tremors when the volcano blew its top. There's a lot of hazards out there, people. Everything from exposed electrical wiring and broken gas mains, poisonous fumes caused by the underlying volcanic activity. Be extremely careful. Rely on your partner. The only way you're going to survive this is by depending on the guy standing right next to you. So let's get out there and get it done.
Yeah, all right. Dispatch, this is 17.
Hey, don't you ever cut me off again like that.
Do your homework and I won't have to.
My homework.
The clock is ticking, Miss Warner. Those guys have to get out there, and they have to get out there now.
Remember what you said about depending on the guy right next to you?
Absolutely.
Take a good look. It's me.
So, how are you doing, baby?
I'm okay, Mom.
You don't sound okay.
Alec Becker isn't the easiest person to work with. I don't think he likes me very much.
I'm not surprised.
Why is that?
One of his cousins was involved in the Clearfield rescue operation you oversaw. He was in the mine when it collapsed.
Mom, why didn't you tell me this before?
Didn't want to scare you off.
No wonder he hates my guts.
He's a professional, Natalie. He can keep his feelings out of this.
I gotta go.
What's our status?
Minor quake swarms are still coming in between 1.8 and 2.4. No, hold on. We've got spiking 3.1, 3.3, back down to 2.2.
We're not seeing any visible signs of surface activity yet.
Wait, what's that? Look closely at the western flank, below the peak.
What do you think that is?
Could you take us closer?
Sam, look! We got some heavy deforestation happening.
Is that usual for this area?
No, it's not.
Gina, could you retrieve a stored Landsat image of Kings Peak?
How far back do you want to go?
6 hours should do it.
What's on your mind, Sam?
Just a thought.
Uh-huh.
Here we go, Dr. Hill. Landsat snapped this exactly 6 hours and 15 seconds ago. It should be coming up on your remote display right now.
That's impossible. Deforestation can't happen that fast.
Not in a span of 6 hours.
6 hours.
Bring up a real-time image. Add in a thermal overlay.
Coming up.
There's your answer. Massive magnetic flow underground's killing off the root systems.
Thank you. Hello?
Amy,
Oh, hey, Dad.
Mom and I just wanted to see how you're doing out there.
Oh, Mom, are you on too?
Hi, are you okay?
Yes, Mom, I'm fine.
You know, Amy, if things get too dangerous, you can always come home.
Mom, believe it or not, the Red
She
Cross
knows
actually
that.
needs me here. Besides, we already decided that I do this for a year and then I go back to school.
Yep, we did. You're right.
Yeah, and it's only been 3 months.
I know, but that was before
They
all.
actually needed me?
Of course they need you, Amy.
We know they need you.
I'm not leaving.
I'm not asking you to come home.
Why do I always feel like you guys are just waiting around for me to come running home with my tail between my legs? Why can't you
Amy.
have some faith in me? I can be a lot more than just be the president's daughter. I can take care of myself.
I know that. Amy, I do have faith in you.
Dad, can you please tell the Secret Service to stop following me around? It makes me feel like a freak.
You know, we've had this discussion before.
Well, they said they need your permission to do that.
Do you know what you're asking me to do, Amy?
Yes, Dad, I do.
No, I don't think you do know.
It's...
Amy, you're not seeing it from where I sit. I'm the President of the United States. I'm also your father. There's a certain protocol that I have to follow.
So, please?
Okay. I'll tell them to keep their distance.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Don't worry about me. I'm going to be fine. You'll see.
I know you're gonna be okay.
Okay. I have to get back to work.
All right, sweetie.
We love you, Amy.
I love you too.
Both of you. Okay.
Bye, Mom. Bye, Dad.
Bye, honey.
Keep up the good work now. Stay safe.
Sciolgo! Sciolgo! Ehi, sciolgo! Sciolgo! Whoa! Whoa! Hey, whoa! Ehi, ce l'ha! Whoa! Ora! Whoa! Hey! Jonah! Hey! Yo! Whoa! Ehi, sciolgo! Dime.
Areas of the Southwest are reporting unusual movement of groundwater with actual flooding in Monument Valley. Low-lying areas are seeing water levels reaching as high as 10 feet and washing away roads.
We have a lot of confused and very frightened people out there, Dr. Fisher.
I understand that, sir.
Good, then please tell me what the hell is going on.
As you may or may not know, the entire Four Corners area, including Monument Valley, sits atop one of the nation's largest underground aquifers.
I'm only vaguely aware of that, Doctor.
Particular aquifers comprise primarily of sandstone. The hydraulic conductivity of sandstone aquifers is low to moderate, but because they extend over large areas, they provide large amounts of water. A lot of water.
How much water are you talking about?
By some estimates, out of the Four Corners area, enough to fill Lake Michigan.
Are you telling me all this water is going to come to the surface?
What I can tell you is that magmatic activity under the surface is heating up the sandstone, causing some of the water to percolate up out of the ground.
And what's causing that?
Subsurface ground temperatures under the Monument Valley area have increased dramatically in the last 24 hours. In some places by as much as 85 degrees.
I understand that, Dr. Fisher. But how does this relate to the 10.5 in California or the eruptions on Mount St. Helens or in Sun Valley? Something must be at the root of all of this.
I believe it's the movement of the plates themselves, Mr. President.
Dr. Hill.
Yes. Sorry I'm late. I was putting together some last-minute materials for this presentation.
I hope you have some answers for us.
I believe I do. Take a look. These plates, which are essentially massive sections of the Earth's rigid crust, are in a constant state of movement. Over millions of years, they drift apart, come together, and drift apart again. It's this constant movement that is the source of all seismic disturbance. When one plate pushes up against another, the friction causes earthquakes, mountain building, volcanic activity, and so on.
I'm with you so far, Dr. Hill.
Close to 300 million years ago, all of the plates were joined together in a single supercontinent known as Pangaea. Over hundreds of millions of years, these plates have slowly drifted apart, forming the current world geography that we all recognize.
What exactly does this have to do with our current situation?
Everything. I'm starting to think that the plates have now reached their maximum point of separation and are beginning to reverse direction once again. As the plates continue to move, we could see an escalating series of events: quakes, volcanoes, massive sinkholes, gaseous explosions, flooding, rapid weather change, and other anomalies.
This sounds more like the coming of the apocalypse than a scientific conclusion.
For all intents and purposes, Mr. President, that's exactly what it could turn out to be.
Rescue teams in Sun Valley continue to work 24 hours a day to pull victims from the rubble. There are now over 1,200 confirmed casualties, including nearly a dozen firefighters that have perished in the rescue operation.
This is Base, Squad 1. Squad 1 has a man down. Can we send a medical unit over to the Tree Line condominiums immediately? Squad 3, we will have a team of engineers sent over to you as soon as possible.
Will, can you hear me?
Laura? Where are you?
Nearly halfway to Flagstaff. What's all that noise?
I'm riding in the back of a truck. We're headed to another rescue site.
I've been watching the news. It looks pretty bad out there.
What?
I said it looks bad up there.
Laura, I can't hear a thing.
All right, okay, I'll let you go. I just...
No, wait, don't hang up. I'm sorry. I really am. I wish I was with you.
So do I. Sorry I left the way I did.
I know, no kiss? That's a first.
Just tired of watching you act so small around your brother. You turn into a different person, Will.
What are you talking about?
I'm talking about how he controls your life. Our life. Half the time I don't know whether you're coming or going.
Laura, can we not get into this right now?
He's right there, isn't he?
No. We gotta get it on, let's go. We're headed out, that's all. I'll call you tomorrow.
There's traffic brawls everywhere, and there's just a state of pandemonium outside.
Whoa, Sam, wait up. Even if you're right about the reversal of the plates, and I'm not sure you are, we're talking about a geologic process that normally takes millions of years to occur, and you're suggesting that it happens overnight, right?
I have a theory about that.
Well, when are you going to spring this one on me?
Jordan, I'm sorry if I caught you off guard. I just felt it was important the president understand what we're up against right now.
I understand the urgency here, Sam, but you got to keep me in the loop, okay? How am I supposed to help you if you don't tell me what we're talking about?
It's something my father was working on before he retired from the USGS.
Your father, Earl? This ought to be interesting.
I knew you'd react like that. I shouldn't have said anything.
Look. Sorry, but your father's famous for championing some fairly unorthodox ideas.
I know.
And seriously, Sam, he makes you look mainstream.
I'm the first to admit some of his theories were pretty speculative. And I know by the end of his career, he was alienated from the scientific community. But that doesn't mean all of his ideas are without merit. I would think you, of all people, would be open to that.
Oh, Sam, I'm sorry. I'm here to help you any way I can. You know that.
Squad 3, are you asking for backup right now?
Yes, we definitely need backup on this one. We got a lot of layers to get through.
Team 12, go immediately to the...
Condominium, backup Squad 3.
Over here!
Over here.
What do you got?
Found something. It's a good boy.
Try the light detector, Will.
I know, he definitely has the scent of somebody down there.
Got a live one. All right, let's take him out.
This is K-9 Unit 3. We've got a survivor buried under the mountain inn. Requesting assistance?
This is base. We'll get some people over there as soon as we can.
Do you want me to stay with this crew or travel?
Negative. Squad 5 has requested K-9 assistance. Head over there.
Will do. Okay. Backup's on its way.
Okay.
In 1983, my father came up with a theory he called accelerated plate movement, or APM. I think it explains a lot about what's going on.
I don't remember hearing about that one.
He never published it. The theory essentially argues that when the Earth's plates reverse direction, as I suspect they're doing right now, geologic processes are greatly accelerated.
Accelerated?
Mm-hmm. If his theory is correct, that would explain the phenomena we're seeing. The rapid deforestation, volcano building, flooding, quakes.
How'd he come up with this theory?
I'm researching it right now. His writings were pretty sketchy on the subject.
Maybe you need to talk to him about it.
You know how he gets when I try to talk to him about his work.
All he can do is try.
Your job is to keep this elevated, okay? Okay.
Oh, jeez, I'm sorry.
Amy, hi.
Hi. Dr. Garcia.
Call me Miguel, please.
Dr. Garcia?
Thank you.
How's it going?
Well, it could be better. We're a little short-handed on support staff right now. Hey, you interested?
Oh, gosh, I'm not qualified, am I?
What are you talking about? You already passed the test.
I did?
Yeah, today in the field.
I still can't believe I did that. It was so, tense.
Well, I knew you could handle it.
You did?
Yeah, I got this instinct about people. You know, who can handle tough situations, who can't.
Thank you.
So is that a yes?
Yeah. Yeah.
Good. Report to the field hospital. We'll get you started.
Okay. Can I just talk to you about something?
What is it?
Dr. Garcia over here.
Yeah, I'll be right there. What is it?
I really don't want to be treated any differently than anybody else.
Well, don't you worry, Amy Hollister. I'm going to treat you just as badly as I treat the rest of the staff, okay?
Great. Thanks. I mean, you know what I mean.
Yes, I do. I'll see you later.
Okay.
Come on, Will, give me a hand. Ready, 1, 2, 3.
Help me. I'm down here.
All right, we're gonna be right there, okay? Where's our backup? Hey, this is Team 12. Where the hell's our backup?
They're on their way. They'll be there momentarily. Squad 4, Team 12 has requested backup. Where the hell are you?
This is taking way too long. This guy's never gonna make it. Hey, just take it easy, buddy, okay? There's gotta be another way around. Here, you look here. I'm going around this side. Will, get over here. What are you doing? I'm gonna pull this guy out myself. No way, Brad. Here, whatever you do, do not let go of this rope. No, Brad, this is crazy, man. Wait for backup. This guy is not gonna die on me, okay? He will not die on me. Hold on to that thing. Brad, where are you at?
still trying to get through here. It's pretty tight. It's really tight. Damn. I see him! I see him! Can you reach him? I don't know. There's a lot of debris in the way. Brad? Brad, talk to me! Brad! 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 Come on, Brad. Yeah, I'm okay, I'm okay. Okay. Brad, what's happening? I got our guy. How's he doing? He's trapped under a beam. He's having trouble breathing. I'm gonna see if I can move him toward me and touch and take some of the pressure off his chest. Okay. I'm gonna grab you by your arms, okay? Slide you out a little bit. Tell me if anything catches. Okay, you all right? Get us out of here! Well, come on! Hey, over here! Okay, what do you need? Let's go, let's go! You all right? Grabbing in. All right, pull! Pull! There's a... Get into a hospital! Okay. Right. Right here,
$30,000. Cool. $70,000.
I'm all in. 170.
I fold. You must have an A stock.
I guess it was just my game, Rosa. Take care. Cash me in. Hello.
Dad. Hi, it's me.
Sam.
Yeah.
You all right?
Yeah, I'm okay.
I've been seeing your name a lot in the news lately. I was going to call you, but I figured you had your hands full.
Mm-hmm.
You still out in California, dealing with that deadly 10-5 they had out there?
No, actually, I'm in Colorado, doing some work for the USGS.
The USGS? What are you doing with those scoundrels?
That's why I'm calling, Dad. I need some advice.
Yeah, well, get out. While you still have a soul. That's my advice, Sam.
Dad, I need you to listen for a minute.
Look, I don't have anything to do with the USGS anymore. You know that.
I know you don't.
Those days are long gone for me.
There's something I have to ask you about.
Sam, what's this about?
It looks like we're headed for more trouble. And I thought you might be able to help me figure something out.
Me? I don't know anything about what's going on.
Do you remember the accelerated plate movement theory you came up with a few years back? You nicknamed it APM.
Sam, I don't do this anymore.
I think it's happening. Dad, you still there?
Sam, listen to me. I don't want you going messing around with any of my old crazy ideas. It's gonna bring you nothing but heartache.
Okay. Dad, there are some points I don't understand, and I
Will
thought...
you listen to me? You're doing very well without me, Sam. You don't need to screw things up by getting involved with this. You understand?
Dad, please.
No.
Please, just listen for a second.
I gotta go.
Dad, wait.
Damn it.
Which one of you guys is Brad Malloy?
I am.
What the hell's going on up there?
What are we talking about?
You're the guy who pulled off that rescue by crawling through the wreckage of the Mountain Glen Inn, right?
Yes, sir. That was me.
So you deaf or just stupid?
What?
I know you and your brother are relatively inexperienced, like a lot of the guys out there, but that's no excuse for what you did.
I called for backup. Nobody showed up. What was I supposed to do?
You were supposed to wait, like I told you. They were on their way. I thought I made that crystal clear to you guys before I sent you out there.
That guy was dying.
So your brilliant idea was to crawl into the wreckage and die with him.
I saved his life.
You were lucky. You were very, very lucky. Are you aware of the rescue to victim mortality ratio?
No.
It's the number of rescue workers who die in the act of trying to save a person in comparison to the number of people who are actually saved. You follow me?
Yeah.
So in an urban search and rescue operation like ours, the mortality rate can be as high as 2.2 rescue workers dead for every person saved by guys like you. Big part of my job is to make sure we do a hell of a lot better than that.
I thought my job here was to save other people's lives, not my own.
But you're not looking at the big picture, Brad. I only have so many rescue workers out here. If you had died due to your idiotic attempt out there, how many people still trapped would then die because you weren't around to save them? Did you ever think of that?
No, I did not.
No, you did not. So the next time you want to attempt a high-risk rescue, you damn well clear it through me. I'm the one who decides where we take risks, when, and why, not you. And if you can't do that, you can pack up your gear and get the hell out of here. And you should have kept your brother from doing something so stupid. Just get the hell out of here, both of you. Do some good. Now what, you're gonna tell me how I could have handled that better?
Less anger, fewer insults. That's about it.
Yeah, right.
But someday, Brad Malloy's gonna thank you for saving his life.
That guy's a jerk, man. And it's easy to sit there and say things like, you know, wait for backup when you're sitting behind a desk. He wasn't out there with us. He didn't hear that guy's voice telling us that he couldn't breathe. That dude would have died if I didn't crawl in there and save him.
Maybe. I don't know, man.
What? You think I did the wrong thing, too?
I didn't say that.
No, but you're thinking it. I can see it written all over your face. Why don't you say it then? Why don't you say it then, Will?
Okay. You were wrong.
Oh, man, I can't believe you would even think that.
Why do you always feel like you have to prove something to everybody? You can't be a hero in every situation.
Is that what you think I'm doing? Showing off?
Are you?
Man, you don't know squat about what goes on inside my head.
Hey, the man was right, Brad. It was a reckless thing to do, and you know it. Why can't you grow up and admit it for once?
Hey, why don't you start making your own choices in your life? Then you don't have to worry so much about mine.
What's that supposed to mean?
Think about it, okay? I become a fireman, you become a fireman. I join the FEMA unit, you join the FEMA unit. Do you see a pattern there?
I made those choices, Brad. I can't help it that you're older than me, and you got there first.
Is that all there is to it?
Believe me, man. Sometimes I wish that you were the one doing something else with your life. It's not always easy being Brad, the man's little brother.
I'm not trying to compete with you, okay? I'm just doing this job the way I think it should be done. That's all.
Hey, so am I!
Dr. Hill, we're tracking harmonic tremors underneath the Lake Mead recreation area in Arizona. I think you better take a look.
Lake Mead? Jordan, where are we at?
Quakes are shallow, fluctuating between 2.4 and 3.3.
Duration?
They're swarming about every 45 seconds, now closing in on the 35-second mark.
Ian, bring up an overlay.
Coming up.
We had signs of magmatic activity on the entire area.
Bring us in closer, please.
We're at full resolution.
We need to get a better look at this.
There's too much surface interference.
I'm gonna fly out there and see what's going on.
Yeah, I'll go with...
Sam, you're needed here. We can't both go. Look, I'll be in contact the entire time.
Jordan.
I better go.
Back to your cars, please.
We are flying over a sinkhole right now, which has just appeared right in the middle of the highway. But this is only one of many to have popped up suddenly like this over the last few hours. The Highway Patrol is just desperately trying to clear out this backlog of traffic, but it is jammed solid in both directions, just as far as the eye can see here. Oh my gosh. Oh no. As we are live on the air, the sinkhole that we are flying over is opening up. This thing is moving, and it looks like people are now abandoning their cars. They're abandoning their cars. They are running in a panic as the ground below them is just giving way. Whole cars are falling into the sinkhole. Pieces of the ground are just falling away. This is unbelievable. Unlike anything we have ever seen. Hang on just 1 second. I don't know if you can hear us, but it seems like the movement
Look at this.
is now
Look at
coming to an
sinkholes
end.
opening up all over the place.
And the dust is now starting to clear. The sight down here is just awful. There are a number of vehicles in that sinkhole, and all we can hope for is that those people are not trapped down there.
What's your status, Jordan?
I'm coming up over the Colorado right now. How's my signal?
It's good.
There's a lot of movement on the surface of the river. What's the median speed of the current in this stretch?
Between 1.7 and 3.3 miles per hour. It fluctuates depending on Hoover Dam's overflow.
I'm tracking it at 7.4 miles an hour right now.
Are you sure?
Positive. I'm seeing whitecaps down there.
Call operations at Hoover Dam, find out what's going on. what their overflow rate is.
I'm on it.
Something's definitely not right here. Water temperature's increasing rapidly, fluctuating between 88.4 and 91.3 degrees. What's the norm this time of year?
Between 42 and 56 degrees.
You're close to twice that.
Sam, I did a little research on Earl's APM theory. Rapid increase in ground temperature is a key indicator of acceleration.
Are you telling me you agree with my father's theory?
I don't agree or disagree. I'm saying the signs are there. It's going to take a lot more work to interpret them.
But you think it's a possibility?
I think I'm running out of explanations here.
The dangerous rescue effort in Sun Valley continues to claim lives as exhausted teams work round the clock to pull people from the rubble. Volcanologists continue to debate whether another eruption is on the immediate horizon. Several theories are attempting to explain the sudden surge of volcanic activity plaguing the entire area.
Will. Yeah. Sorry about going off on you like that, man. I didn't mean any of that.
Yes, you did.
Come on, man. You know I love you. Give me a kiss. Give me a kiss, would you?
All right.
All right?
Okay. Okay, no.
Come on, guys, let's go.
We're done. All right, let's go.
Boss, put the stuff up on the truck. Go, boss.
The situation in Los Angeles is still using up a lot of resources, Mr. President.
What about Hawaii?
The evacuation went much better than expected. We should be able to pull some people out of there in the next couple of days.
No, we need those people in position now.
I've already put out the alert, sir.
What about Sun Valley, Monument Valley? Where are we with those situations?
We're holding our own, but we can't pull anyone out just yet. Our volunteer crews are doing an excellent job there, sir.
How's Amy doing?
She's doing extremely well, sir.
I'll pass it along to Megan. Thank you.
Of course, Mr. President.
Coming up over the Hoover Dam now. Water temperature's increasing rapidly. 92.7, 95.7, 98.4, 102.9, 105.5, 108.1, still rising. I'm gonna do some more readings on the other side of the dam. Here we go, I'm flying up over Highway 93 right now. Oh no.
What?
The water's already rising over the spillway. It looks like they've stopped all the traffic. I'm gonna do some more readings over the water. I'm picking up lots of temperature fluctuations on this side. It's getting a lot hotter. 122.3. No, 125.5. Climbing fast. Jeez, it's hot down there. I don't believe it.
What is it, Jordan?
The groundwater under Lake Mead's rising to the surface.
We've got another Monument Valley on our hands.
It's gonna flood. They need to start dumping more water right now. It's still flooding.
I just spoke to Hoover Dam's operations center. They're releasing the overflow at full capacity.
Jordan, they can't dump it any faster.
Issue an evacuation warning to all the areas along the lower Colorado. I don't know if the dam can hold up much longer. I'm gonna go check it out. It's like Niagara Falls out there.
Jordan, there's nothing more you can do. Get out of there! Jordan, get out of there!
Go, go, go!
Jordan! Jordan!
Dr. Jordan Fisher, who was heading up a presidential task force on the seismic activity that has shaken the West, was reportedly killed when a helicopter he was riding in was destroyed during the Hoover Dam collapse. US 93, the main...
Dr. Hill?
Yeah.
It's the president.
Thank you. Hello.
How are you holding up, Samantha?
I'm not sure I can still do this.
I can understand why you might feel that way.
It's a losing battle, Mr. President.
Only if you give up.
There must be somebody else.
The entire country is counting on us. I can't tell them we've lost the fight, that we've given up any hope of surviving this.
No.
It's not an option.
Mr. President, I honestly don't know what to tell you.
Tell me you'll stand beside me in this crisis. There's no one else with your knowledge of the current situation.
I'll do my best.
You always do.
US 93, the main thoroughfare between Las Vegas and Flagstaff, has been shut down due to the collapse of the Hoover Dam. The stretch of highway was spanned...
Come on, Laura, pick up.
...when the dam overflowed. All civilian medical personnel in the area are asked to please join in the relief effort. With the staggering number of injured victims...
Will! Laura? Laura, are you all right?
Yeah, I'm okay. I'm okay. Did you hear the news?
Yeah, I just did. Where are you now?
I'm in Vegas at the Atlas Casino. Another hour, I would have been on that roadway. Well,
I know. Thank God you're okay. All right, I'm coming down there.
Will, all the roads in and out are jammed.
Well, I'll find a way.
I never should have let you go down there by yourself.
No.
What are you saying?
No, those people need you up there.
You need me too, Laura.
Will, I'm okay.
You sure?
I'm okay. Look, they're bringing in the survivors from the Hoover Dam disaster. They're shorthanded. I'm gonna stay. See if I can help out around here. I'm a registered nurse. I can't turn my back on this.
Okay, just be careful, please.
I will.
I love you.
I love you too.
Okay.
I just don't think there's all this need for panic.
Hey, can you hear me? Help! Hey! Over here! Help! 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 Hey! Help! Okay, I got you. Come on. Wait!
Dig her out by yourself?
Yeah. Is she gonna be okay?
I don't know. One thing's for sure, she wouldn't have lasted much longer out there. Let's go, let's get it going!
In the wake of the Hoover Dam disaster, flash floods struck the communities of Kingman, Laughlin, Lake Havasu, and Yuma, Arizona. A wall of water reaching several hundred feet high tore through the area, destroying homes and businesses. Over 20,000 people
well,
dead or missing.
I don't know how you could sit playing poker when all hell's breaking loose. What's gonna happen is gonna happen, Jackson. Nothing I can do about it. Guess that's one way of looking at it. Don't mind telling you, though, this whole thing's got me rattled. Did you feel that? Feel what? I don't know. It's probably nothing. Keep my drink cold for a minute, will you? I'll be right back. You got it, man.
Everyone waits on the edge for the next climate. These ongoing disasters have everyone asking the same question. Why now? And what can we do about it?
Follow me, folks. Come on.
Many hotels and casinos to the refugees uprooted by the collapse of the Hoover Dam. The stretch of highway which spanned the Hoover Dam was destroyed when the dam overflowed. In an unprecedented effort, local leaders...
Yeah, she was. You were good tonight, though, honey. Well, we got another one coming up. Yeah, and she'll be a good backup. Is it?
Come on in.
Excuse me, Dr. Hill. I finished those simulations you wanted. I think you should see these right away.
Right, of course.
I posted the results on the server so we can access them from here. Using the calculations you gave me, I started with the initial Seattle event 93 hours ago. Next, I entered the intervals between each subsequent event. Now, this was done using a timescale converting hours into seconds.
The events are occurring in diminishing intervals.
That's right. Using random locations in the western and central region, I extrapolated forward into the next 48 hours.
Are you sure this is right?
I input the data 3 times just to be certain.
How probable is this threat, Dr. Hill?
It's continuing to become more and more of a reality as the plates reverse direction.
How so?
Ancient fracture zones and stress points are being reawakened in the entire central and western United States. Some of these will develop into new fault lines or cracks in the Earth's crust.
What exactly are we facing here?
Best case scenario is a string of more catastrophic quakes and volcanic eruptions throughout these regions.
And the worst?
My team put together a simulation. I think you should take a look at it.
Let's see it.
60 million years ago, the entire central plain of the North American continent was home to a vast sea that connected the Arctic Ocean with the Gulf of Mexico. It wasn't until the end of the Cretaceous period that this sprawling north-south seaway began to recede. The extensive marine fossil record in the Great Plains is clear proof of its existence.
What are you getting at, Doctor?
If a new divergent fault line opens up in the Midwest, spreading north and south, this ancient seaway will reestablish itself.
Reestablish itself?
The entire Midwest, most of which is barely above sea level, will flood and literally cut the North American continent in half.
My God. Do you know what you're suggesting here?
Unfortunately, I do, sir. The geography of North America could be changed beyond all recognition.
Rescue crews continue to work frantically to evacuate survivors from towns along the Nevada-California border after the collapse of the Hoover Dam. Authorities are asking everyone to stay where they are.
Dr. Hill, it's your father.
Father?
He says it's urgent.
Patch him in.
Sam, I'm inside the Atlas Casino in Vegas. I think we're in trouble here. We've got tremors.
Gina, bring up satellite of the Las Vegas area. Thermal, infrared, and spectral.
Tremors are hitting about every 15 seconds. I can just start to feel them.
We're not picking up anything yet.
Of course not. You're staring at a bunch of machines. You're not feeling it, Sam. You're not feeling it in your bones.
Grab webcam images if you have to. I need to see what's going on there.
We've got quake swarms out of the Las Vegas area, ranging between 1.3 and 1.5.
We're going to be hit by another one. It's just a few seconds. Oh, jeez. It's escalating.
Range sliding upwards, 2.3.
Listen to me, Sam. We don't have a lot of time here. I found sulfur in the water, highly acidic.
Magmatic flow contaminated the aquifer?
I think it did more than that. You remember that time you went out with me to West Florida to check out those sinkholes? You must have been 9 or 10. They had a lot of acid rain that year, and it ate away at the limestone aquifer underneath the whole area.
Blocks of houses disappeared into those sinks. I thought it was the most amazing thing ever.
Oh, yeah, sure you did, until you fell in one. Boy, was your mother pissed at me.
You think the aquifer under Las Vegas has been compromised?
Look, the whole city is sitting on a crumbling slab of Swiss cheese by now. That's what's causing all the tremors. Oh, hell. Too late.
Okay, everybody, get down!
Tremors are increasing, 5.6, 6.4.
Dad.
You okay? Sure?
are describing the collapse as the result of a massive sinkhole which formed underneath the Las Vegas Strip. Estimates range anywhere from 500,000 to 600,000 people are now buried underneath the desert floor.
Local and state authorities are completely overwhelmed by the scope and extent of the destruction. FEMA and other organizations have pledged assistance, but with the ongoing crisis throughout the country, they are desperately short on manpower.
The unrelenting string of seismic and volcanic disasters has the entire nation on edge. With no end in sight, conservative religious leaders are beginning to refer to the ongoing natural disasters as the coming of the apocalypse.
The event in Las Vegas is proof that our situation is going to get much worse from here on out.
Then your prediction of massive flooding and separation in the Midwest with the country cut in half by these disruptions is going to come about?
It's a real possibility.
There must be something we can do about this.
There might be, but I don't fully understand the mechanics at work here. It's not my theory.
Then whose theory is it?
My father's. He is a geologist.
Your father?
Dr. Earl Hill. He came up with the accelerated plate movement, or APM, several years ago before he retired.
Can he use this theory of his to guide us through this situation?
Again, I just don't know.
How do we find out?
It would help if I could talk to him.
Then do that.
I can't, sir. He was in Las Vegas when it went down. I don't even know if he's still alive.
I'm sorry, Samantha. I'll arrange for a rescue mission immediately. Don't worry, we'll do our best to find him.
Nevada is completely overwhelmed with the collapse of Hoover Dam and now Las Vegas. We need to get teams out there right away.
Things are settling down. I think we can start to pull some people out of here.
Good. The rescue of Dr. Earl Hill is of the highest priority. I want you to head it up yourself.
Yes, of course.
And pick your team, focusing especially on those with experience in mountain and climbing rescue operations.
I'll make sure we get the right people.
All traffic in and out of the Las Vegas area has been halted as authorities attempt to formulate some sort of rescue plan. The scope and size of the disaster coming on the heels of the collapse of Hoover Dam has been...
I shouldn't have left her by herself.
Laura's alive, man. You gotta believe that, okay?
Come on, baby. Please pick up.
Well, look at all the people we pulled out of here. If they can survive, so can she, okay?
Speculation is...
Everybody's got to report back to the ICP.
What's going on?
Field commanders are organizing a priority mission to Las Vegas. They're picking the team members. Let's go, boys. Let's go. We're on that.
You know it.
Hey.
Hey.
Are you going to Las Vegas?
Yeah, FEMA assigned me to an advanced medical unit. We tagged along with a rescue mission.
Can I come?
We're only taking a small support staff.
Yeah, I really want to help.
I know, Amy, but the truth is, we're expecting a lot of casualties. Much worse than here.
But I can handle it.
No, not on this one, okay?
Look, you're the one who said so. I can handle it. Come on. You can...
All right, get your stuff packed. Transport leaves in 20 minutes. Go, go.
All right, get your gear together, Gonzalez. The transport leaves in 30 minutes. Yes, sir. Malloy Brothers.
Yes, sir.
Looks like both of you have quite a bit of climbing experience.
Yes, ma'am. We've both been rock hoppers since grade school. I trained with the AMRG, and I'm fully credentialed in use of litter evacuation, belaying, rappelling, anchoring, harnessing, you name it.
What about you?
He knows what he's doing too, ma'am. We work best as a team.
The two of you look good on paper, but from what I've seen, I've got my doubts.
We'll play this one strictly by the book, Mr. Becker.
Well, I'm not confident you've even read the book. You know where I stand. If this is your mission, it's your call.
Get your gear.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
Approaching Las Vegas now. Roger that. Dallas Casino in view.
just found out yesterday I'm pregnant.
Oh, great.
Yo, anybody out there? Help!
Give me a hand. Jackson?
Doc, is that you?
Yeah, sure is.
Well, over here. Give me a hand.
Yeah, okay.
You ready? Yeah. Okay. Go. Oh. Hurry up, hurry up. Hurry up. Never thought I'd be so happy to see you.
Yeah, me too. You okay?
Yeah. This doesn't look good.
It sure does.
No reception.
Yeah, mine's dead too. Here, give me that. Give me that. I got an idea.
What are you gonna do?
Yeah, good. It's not hot.
What are you doing?
I'm gonna use this whole building as an antenna. Great. Hallelujah. Hello? Hello?
911, state your emergency.
Yeah, this is Dr. Earl Hill. I'm on the Sky Casino floor of the Atlas Hotel in Las Vegas. The whole building.
Oh my God, where are you? Somebody help me! Over here, someone! My friend, she's trapped under here.
Okay, okay. Get this off. Let's get this on her chest. Can you help us? Hey, can you get this? Here, let me look at her. I'm a nurse. You okay? You sit up. I'm fine. Yeah? Let me look at you. Let me look at you. Look at me. Feel that? Yeah? It hurts.
Okay, guys, we gotta get out of here. Come on, fast.
What's going on?
Major tremors coming out of South Dakota.
South Dakota?
Ranger Unit 5, we're approaching the monument now. We're moving in closer to see if there's any damage. Wait a minute! I think I see something!
There it is!
I don't believe it! The rock, it's splintering! Look, there's another one, you see it?
Yeah, I see it!
The entire monument is riddled with cracks! It's not going to hold much longer!
We're out of here!
It's happening.
Oh no, it started.
I don't believe it.
It's headed south.
What we're seeing in South Dakota is exactly what I was afraid of. A new rift fault is forming in the Midwest that could potentially cut the North American continent in two.
A rift fault? How is that different from other faults we've been facing?
It's more volatile. The fault continually builds on itself, gaining momentum as it grows.
Wait. This rift fault is definitely going to split the continent in half?
If the movement of the plates continues at this pace, yes.
Isn't there anything we can do to stop it from spreading further?
Without my father's input, I'm a little in the dark.
Have we heard anything from our rescue mission?
Our teams are getting into place as we speak. And we've just learned that 911 received a brief distress call from Dr. Earl Hill. So we know he's still alive.
Well, that's good.
Thank God. Even if you do rescue my father, I don't know what our options will be, if any.
I can't accept that. There must be something.
Yeah, there is. Begin moving people out of harm's way.
Well, where to? If the fault line is going to extend all the way to the Gulf of Mexico, that's an impossibly large area we're talking about, Dr. Hill.
I wish there was something more I could do.
Is there any way you can narrow down the exact path this fault will take? If you can do that, at least we can focus our evacuation efforts on those areas first.
That would be incredibly helpful.
My team is already working on that. But I have to tell you, we're dealing with a high level of unpredictability.
I know you'll do everything you can, Samantha.
Yes, sir.
In the meantime, we will begin to prepare for the evacuation. Sean, set up a press conference. I need to address the nation.
Yes, sir, right away.
This is 26, copy, over. Convoy is en route. ETA to Vegas is 5 minutes, over. Copy that.
Mr. President, in 5, 4, 3, 2.
4 days ago, a series of unprecedented and catastrophic quakes struck the West Coast. Since then, these events have moved eastward, bringing with them an escalating series of floods, volcanic eruptions, sinkholes, and more quakes. Now, a new potential threat is on the horizon. A long, dormant fault stretching across vast areas of the Midwest has reawakened. This fault could eventually stretch from the north coast of Canada all the way to the Gulf of Mexico and Texas. Because of this upheaval, I am ordering the complete evacuation of North Dakota, South Dakota, Nebraska, Kansas, Oklahoma, and Texas. I know, this is where your homes, your schools, your churches, your businesses, yes, your very history lies. But I ask you not to delay. We need to prepare for this possibility. I'm asking all of you everywhere to reach out to help one another, especially those in need. We must work together as one nation to accomplish this daunting task. Thank you. And God bless you all.
Okay, just easy. Nurse! Coming.
What's the update on the Las Vegas area?
We're still seeing movement.
Tremors are shallow, staying within a 1.6 to 2.1 range.
The sinkhole could open up again any second.
I want to be notified if anything changes.
Of course, Updale.
Okay, hey, whoa, everybody, just please, just slow down, all right? Now, we will get out of here, but we need to do this in an orderly fashion.
Hey, you can't get out that way.
Yes, we can. This exit leads us to another tower. From there, we can take the emergency stairs down to the ground floor.
No, you can't. It's gone. All of it.
You don't know what you're talking about.
We're in a sinkhole. This whole casino is buried. Street, too.
That's crazy.
The only way out of here, man, is up, not down. Take a look at that wall. Where do you think that sand is coming from?
It's rolling in from the outside.
Like hell it is. It's the weight of dirt. It's dirt pressing against the casino walls. Sooner or later, folks, this whole place is gonna cave. And believe me, you don't want to be here when that happens. We have to move if we want to get out of here alive. How many floors here, Jackson?
45.
45 floors. We're on the 25th. Chances are some of the higher floors are still above ground. That is the way out.
Now, listen to me, all right? The fastest way out of here is right through those doors. That's the way we're gonna get out of here.
I'm climbing out. Anybody want to follow me? They're welcome.
You people, you're all making a terrible mistake.
Listen, this guy used to be a geologist. He knows what he's talking about. Come on.
Hey, Doc! Wait up! Hey, I'm coming.
Come on, let's move it.
right, listen up, everybody. Listen up.
Okay. The Atlas Casino is divided into 3 towers. The main tower with 45 floors, the 2 adjoining towers with 25 floors each.
All 3 towers are connected by the split-level Sky Casino on the 25th and 26th floor. Dr. Hill was last heard from within this area. Now, since the lower floors have collapsed, we're assuming that Dr. Hill and any survivors are going to make their way to the upper floors of the main tower as they look for a way out.
If so, their routes are limited. The elevators are out of commission, leaving the grand staircase the only way up from the Sky Casino to the main towers. Let's hope it's still intact.
We're hoping Dr. Hill and any survivors made it that far so our teams can intercept them.
What if they didn't?
Then we split into pairs and we do a floor-to-floor search of the entire building. I know that's not pretty, but we don't have much alternative.
I have to remind everybody this structure is under enormous stress. The further down you descend, the greater your chances of getting caught in a collapse. You don't have a lot of time down there.
So here we are, people. We want to tread very carefully. Nobody is to descend to the lower floors without express permission from myself or Miss Warner. Is that clear?
Yes, sir.
All right, Miss Warner's going to lay out the plan for the descent into the main tower.
Jim's team's trying to open up an entry point through the rooftop. Once inside, first team will open up the maintenance shaft and set up rappelling lines. After that, it's an orderly drop, each team going 2 by 2.
What's protocol for survivors?
Radio in their position, and we'll send a team to pick them up. I want everybody to stay in constant communication with base. Remember, you're part of a team, and our success down there will depend on how well we function as a team. Okay? Go! Let's get this job done, guys. Go!
Copy that. We're in position right now. We're just cut through the roof. Okay, we're clear. First team, let's go. Come on, clip in. Lights on? Lights on. Line secure? I'm good. Line secure? Good. Don't want to lose you 2 pain in the asses just yet.
No, sir. We wouldn't want to throw up your rescuer to victim mortality ratio.
Good luck, boys.
Don't worry, sir. We'll see you back up here soon. Don't you worry.
Here we go.
We're still descending, about halfway down the shaft. We got a long way to go still.
Hysteria is sweeping across North Dakota, South Dakota, Kansas, Oklahoma, and Texas as the Midwestern fault continues to spread southward.
Despite repeated assurances from local and federal authorities, widespread panic has begun to flare throughout the entire area as hundreds of thousands take to the road in a desperate effort to escape the onrushing fault line.
Hello?
Mamá, ¿qué hacéis ahí todavía? Tú y papá tenéis que salir ahora mismo.
Hemos decidido quedarnos, Miguelito. Aquí es nuestra casa.
Es una locura. No vais a sobrevivir. Tenéis que salir.
¿Para qué? ¿Para que vivas sus últimos días como un refugiado? ¿Un abrigo? ¿O que se muera por la calle?
Mamá, por favor.
Podéis vivir conmigo. O Carmen, o Teresa.
No, con la enfermedad de tu padre, iríamos a hacer una carga.
No digas tonterías. Somos familia. Y miramos unos por otros.
No, Miguelito, nos quedamos. Nuestros recuerdos, nuestras vidas están aquí. Dios nos ayudará.
Ok. Déjame hablar con papá.
¿Quieres hablar? Esta es nuestra decisión.
Mamá, ¿qué puedo hacer para que entres en razón?
Reza por nosotros, Miguelito. Reza por nosotros. Es todo lo que pedimos.
We're in.
Tracking systems on.
Copy that. Tracking system's on.
Okay, watch your step down there.
Yep, no sweat.
We're making our way down the 45th floor corridor now. I'm seeing lots of exposed wiring, broken pipe, structural damage. So far, no sign of survivors.
This is it. Ballroom. Staircase on the right. Right here.
Where's the staircase? It's gone.
How the hell are we supposed to get up to the next floor now, Earl?
You know, if we can lodge this sign up against that landing, we might be able to use it to climb up on. Jackson, do me a favor. Help me get rid of this junk.
Sure thing, Doc.
Are you serious? That's suicide.
Yeah, well, suicide if we stay down here. We got no choice. There's only one way up to that landing, and we gotta get out of here somehow.
Doc's right. I know every inch of this casino. Either we do this thing, or we wait to be rescued, and this whole building will fall down on us.
How do we know anyone's even looking for us? She's right. We're on our own.
Come on, let's just go for it.
Okay, let me see what kind of shape this baby's in. 1-inch tubular aluminum welded at 45-degree angles, yeah. Nice and solid. Looks like we got a nice little suspension bridge here.
And how are we supposed to get this thing up there?
Leverage.
Leverage.
Yeah, a lever has 3 points of interest. The fulcrum, the load, and the effort. We've only got so much effort amongst us. I can't do anything to reduce the weight of the load, so we need to come up with a fulcrum that'll help us out.
Doc, I don't understand what the hell you just said. Whatever it is, let's just do it.
Look, we're wasting our time with this.
Will you shut up and lend a hand?
Yeah, what are we waiting for?
Will you guys stop fighting? If we can get this globe into position and we can slide this sign up over it, we'll have just the fulcrum we need. So I want everybody to get in place, okay? And lift on the count of 3. Here we go. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Come on. Don't give up, guys. Come on. Hold it. Push. Push. Okay. Jackson, come over here.
You got it?
Yeah.
Now, we gotta try to move this globe into position, okay? When this sign reaches the height of the landing, we're gonna try to set it in place. Everybody, okay? Grab hold tight, guys. Give it all you got. Ready? And 1, 2, and 3. Flush! Go! Flush!
gotta move this globe back real slow. Come on. Here we go.
Well, it's not exactly what I had in mind, but it's gonna have to do. So who's first?
Copy that, Sector 7. Right now, they're setting up another med kit. We're talking about 0800.
Watch it! Get down! Take cover!
Oh, shit, guys.
You good? You all right?
Yeah. Be careful, guys.
Check your line.
It's on your...
Whoa, whoa.
Any sign of survivors?
Oh, not yet.
Okay, split off into teams and survey the area, but do not descend to the lower levels.
All right, copy that. We're gonna head off this way.
Okay, we'll check out the other side.
All right.
Yeah.
Good?
Okay, inside. Watch line.
Our Midwestern Fault is now 10 miles south of Scottsbluff, Nebraska.
It's traveled over 125 miles in the last 2 hours.
It's also gone from 1/8 of a mile to more than 1/4 of a mile in width.
Which means, if it continues pretty much on course, it'll reach the Gulf of Mexico within 18 hours.
18 hours.
That's not a lot of time, so it's imperative that we narrow down that route. Gina, what did you find out about the composition of soil around Scottsbluff?
It's mostly soft sedimentary rock. Sandstone, limestone, chalk, and some conglomerate. There's nothing that would create any resistance to the fault.
Yet if you look at the fault's route so far, it's been on a zigzag course, winding around Scottsbluff, then down towards Kansas.
The shortest distance between 2 points is a straight line. Why is it veering?
There has to be something deeper, way down in the mantle that's determining its route.
We have an increase in ground temperature over a 1,250-mile wide area.
The highest concentration seems to be here, near the chalk pyramids in Kansas.
You think this is where the fault's actually going to come through?
It's a good bet. If it does, it's a clear line to the Gulf. What do we have by way of GPS sensors in that area?
None.
We have no idea if there's been any actual ground movement.
Geologically speaking, it's not a very exciting area. Nobody's been interested.
Let's do something about that.
Let's go.
All right.
Come on, Jenna! What if the building shakes again when I'm on there? Jenna, we can't stay down here. Okay? We can't.
I'll spot you from down here. You're gonna make it. Come on, Jenna, you can do it.
I'm not climbing up there. I'm not. Jenna, listen. Listen to me. I'll go first. You just follow me. All right? Come on. Come on. Jenna, come on. Jenna, listen to me. There's no doubt in my mind we're gonna make it up there, okay? Do you hear me? There's no doubt. Just come on. Just follow me, please. Come on!
Come on, this whole place is coming down. We gotta get out of here. Go ahead, nobody's stopping you.
Take it easy, guys. Just take it easy.
Come on, Jenna. Come on. Follow right behind me. That's it. That's it. Just keep following me. That's it. Okay.
I got you.
Don't think about anything else than making that next move, okay? Just keep looking at me. Keep following me up. Okay. Keep climbing. That's it. You're doing really well. We're almost there. Come on, Jenna. Keep climbing. Let's go. Hold on, Jenna!
still here!
A little further, come on. Keep going, Jenna. Just a few more feet, come on. Okay.
Still here, Jen. Keep going.
Come on, Jenna.
We've got a lot of structural damage down here. We've also got sand bleeding through several large cracks.
They don't have a lot of time down there.
Hello? Start checking these rooms. We are entering room 4510.
Hello?
Anybody in here?
Okay, as quickly as possible. Have our team start making their way down one floor at a time.
First team, make your way down to the 44th floor.
All right, copy that. Looks intact.
Let's go.
Visibility's close to zero.
That much dust in the stairwell could indicate a collapse on one of the lower floors.
Yeah, gotcha.
Is anybody down here? Hello? Can you hear us? Anybody?
Hello? Don't let it get to you, bro. You all right? Watch it!
This place is lucky to still be standing.
Those doors are the only way out.
Damn it, we're socked in. This whole place is gonna come down, isn't it?
Don't panic, Russ. We got this far.
I don't know, Doc. I got a bad feeling about this.
Really? Is it the same bad feeling you had about the cards I was holding?
You were bluffing?
You always lose when you panic, Russ. You should know that. Come on, let's clear this doorway.
All right, let's grab the pipe. Get it out of the way.
good, Al?
Yeah. Yeah. It's all the way to the edge, huh?
Yeah.
Good, good.
Here?
Yeah.
Give me a hand getting it straight.
Yeah. That's it. Okay. All right. Okay.
If this area even thinks about moving, we'll know about it.
I'll get the rest.
Okay. I'll set up.
It's warm. Takes an awful lot of thermal activity to reach the surface like that. Do you smell that?
What?
Sulfur dioxide. Just a hint.
Do you think there's a vent around here somewhere?
Let's find out.
What the hell? Ian. Ian, it's Al.
What's up?
You better get down here and take a look.
On my way.
Hello? Anybody here?
It's getting stronger.
We're close. Hello? Look at this tire.
What happened?
It's volcanic acid.
Acid?
It's steeping up out of the ground. Oh, no. Hey! 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 Anybody here?
Oh my God.
Hello? This is a waste of time. It was the middle of the day when this tower went down. There's nobody up in these rooms. We gotta go lower, man.
Come on, let's move! Slide it, slide it, slide it!
Okay, let's see what we're dealing with here.
Hey, man, I got to go. Get away from me, Doc! I'm getting out of here!
Doctor, can I get you over here, please? I need a hand here.
He's going into cardiac. Get me the AED.
The what?
The paddles, over there, the paddles! Come on. Come on.
Steady, ma'am.
Come on. Come on.
Get a tourniquet on for now.
Clear. Clear. Clear.
50 cc.
Come on. Clear.
I need some help!
Clear. Come on.
Look, it's never easy seeing somebody die.
I feel sick.
It's okay, come here. Just take a deep breath. Just breathe.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
You don't have to apologize. Look, it happens to everybody the first time. Just breathe. You're doing fine.
I don't think I can do this.
Yes, you can.
I'm sorry, I just really want to go home.
Look, stop. I want you to think about why you're here, all right?
I don't know why I'm
Yes,
here.
you do. Hey, look at me. Look at me. Stop feeling sorry for yourself. We both know you're stronger than that, right? Now, there's people in there that need your help. So come on, let's go. Amy, come on.
How's it look, Doc?
I think we can get through.
Come on.
Yeah. I'm fine. Come on, guys. We gotta move. Come on. Now.
You all right?
Yeah.
What are you doing? Giving us a little privacy, man.
What for, Brad?
If this shaft is clear, use it to repel down to the next level.
Hallelujah. I can almost smell the fresh air.
Yeah, you and me both.
Come on, we're almost at 42.
Hey, are you okay? Yeah, just got a little nauseous. Come on, let me help you. Okay? Come on.
Okay, the elevator's up top. Between us, we should have more than enough rope.
Brad, I want to find Laura more than anything. We have a better chance working with the team, not going off on our own.
The field commander's up top. Don't know jack about what's going on down here. We do. It's our call.
You are not going down there.
Just like you will. Always a follower, never a leader. Are you coming or not?
No, I'm not letting you go down there, Brad.
Get out of my way. Get out of my way!
I said you're not going down there.
You okay? Oh, man. I owe you one, little brother.
Our fault started in South Dakota, moved through Nebraska, and now is moving through Kansas. The activity we witnessed at the Chalk Pyramids tells me it's headed right through there. That's its route.
I think you're right.
If it advances on the same trajectory through Oklahoma and Texas, it'll skim close to the Dallas-Fort Worth area, cut through Houston, and reach the Gulf here at Galveston in about 10.5 hours.
Wait a second. Can we see a more detailed section of the city grid about 25 miles north of Houston?
What is it?
I did some work in that area a few years back, if I remember right. Centerville, Huntsville, Crockett, Oakwood, Somerville. Red Plains, Texas.
What's wrong?
Red Plains, 1 and 2.
Yes, and?
They're the two largest nuclear reactors in the United States.
Our fault's gonna run straight through them.
Our worst-case scenario indicates that a reactor core meltdown or a spent fuel fire could result in millions of people killed. The entire southeast could be transformed into a no-man's land for centuries. We could lose as many as 75 million people.
How likely is this scenario?
Very. Because no permanent waste facility has been opened in the United States, about 15,000 tons of spent nuclear fuel have accumulated in the plant's storage ponds. If a pond were heavily damaged and the cooling water drained away, it would result in an uncontrollable inferno. The nuclear material in the concrete and steel pools would be released into the air, in effect, creating the ultimate dirty bomb.
Then let's move that material out of there.
I've already contacted operations at Red Plains 1 and 2. It's impossible. They can't even move a fraction of that out in time.
I'm tired of hearing what we can't do. Tell me what we can do.
I wish I could.
Then we have to stop that fault from reaching those reactors. Have we heard any news about Dr. Hill's father?
Our teams are still searching for him.
That's our priority.
Yes, sir.
Just get those people out of there.
Hold on!
We're getting you out of there!
We're coming! We're gonna get you! Laura! Hang on! Paula, hold on! Laura!
You hear that? Yeah. Sounds like it's coming from right underneath here. Hello? Can you hear us? Hello?
Did you hear that?
Hey! Hey!
We're down here!
We're down here!
Down here! Can you hear us?
Hey!
We're down here!
Down here! We got people trapped!
I hear yelling.
We need the demo team down here right away. We got survivors.
It's on its way.
Copy that. It's all yours.
You guys keep working.
Hello?
Yeah! Yeah, over here!
Dr. Hill?
Who's asking?
The president, sir.
President? Of what?
For the United States, sir. Your daughter sent for you. There's a chopper waiting to take it to USGS in Colorado.
I can't go. Look, we got people trapped down here. I gotta get them out.
Believe me, we'll take over from here, sir, and we'll get those people out, okay?
Have you seen my wife, Laura Malloy? She's a nurse from Medford.
She's pregnant, right?
What?
Yeah, she's the one we're trying to get out of here.
Guys, get down here!
Sir, we need to get you upstairs right now, please. Please, please.
Okay.
They're escorting Dr. Hill into the building right now.
Transport's ready to fly him back to Denver ASAP. Hang on. Help me. Hang on. Let me see if I can move this. Come on. Hang on, it's coming. Are you okay? I never got to tell my husband I'm pregnant. You will. Okay? You will.
Okay, come on, think. There must be something we're not seeing here.
We've looked at every possibility.
Yeah, let's look again. I mean, we have less than 7 hours before the fault reaches Red Plains.
What are we supposed to do in 7 hours?
This is impossible.
Nothing's impossible.
Dad.
Hey, it's good to see you again, Sam.
Oh, it's good to see you.
Thanks for getting me the hell out of Vegas.
I've been trying to do that for years.
I know, baby. I know.
Everyone, this is my father, Dr. Earl Hill.
How do you do? Hello.
Nice to meet you.
Good to see you again, Earl.
Yeah, it's good to see you, too.
Been a long time.
Yeah, it sure has. So, let's see what we can do about this little problem of ours, shall we?
World News has learned that Red Plains 1 and 2, the country's two largest nuclear reactors 25 miles outside Houston, are now predicted to be in jeopardy. If the Midwestern fault continues on its current course, this nation could be facing...
What else can I do? What am I not thinking of? I'm letting the entire country down.
Don't you dare think like that.
It's true.
Not even remotely.
Oh, yes.
Hey, listen to me.
What? What?
You've done everything you can do. Beyond that, it's out of your hands.
All major thoroughfares out of the Houston area are backed up for hundreds of miles. In a desperate effort to escape the onrushing fault, many people have simply abandoned their cars and started the journey on foot.
Miguel, they need you back inside.
Okay.
Are you okay?
Looks like the fault's gonna hit Houston.
Yeah, I heard.
My parents are still there.
What?
They refuse to leave.
Why?
My father's a very sick man. He's a very stubborn man. They decided to wait it out in their own home. Maybe I don't think they're gonna survive this.
I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
Can I help?
Oh, honey, you already have. This data you and your team have come up with, it's impeccable. It's really first-rate work.
Thank you, Dad.
I mean it. I could never have come up with this on my own. Come here, I want to show you something. See here? Using the information you gave me, I came up with a numerical formula for the rate of change.
Rate of change.
Yeah, you see how long this accelerated state of geologic activity is going to last.
Then you know when it's going to stop?
Oh, I've got an idea.
When?
Get your team together, baby. Bring him in here. I'll show you what I got.
5 minutes.
Sam? I'm sorry I've been so distant with you these past years.
You don't have to say anything.
Yes, I do. You didn't deserve that. I also want to tell you that it has nothing to do with you and everything to do with me. I guess I was just disappointed the way this community has treated me, and I couldn't open up to you. Sorry. I'm really very, very proud of you, Sam. Very. Don't cry. Please. All right, get out of here. We got a big world to save.
Come on, guys, let's keep it going. Come on, let's go. Come on. All right. Grab this. Easy, got it. That's it down. There you go.
Is everybody all right?
Yeah, we're good. No, don't touch anything. What? Hold the work. Hold the work.
If we tamper with this anymore, we risk causing that entire stairwell to collapse.
We're not leaving you down there.
Nobody's suggesting that.
Why can't we just punch a hole through the floor?
No, vibration might cause another collapse. We're gonna have to descend to the next level another way.
Okay, here we go.
What?
I have a ventilation shaft that runs between the floors. Now, if it's still intact, we might be able to get down that way. But it's very narrow. We'll only be able to send one man down at a time.
I'll go. I got more climbing experience than you.
No, Brad, I'm going.
Okay, I got your back.
All right, let's do this.
All right. Coming through!
The important issue here is one of resistance. The fault line is running with the natural grain of the strata, and it's going to continue along this path unless something comes along to make it do otherwise.
Then how do we create enough resistance to force it to veer off?
We can't force it to do anything. It's too big, it's too powerful.
Al is right. We can't beat the fault by going toe-to-toe with it, but maybe we can just make it turn against itself.
How the hell do we do that, Earl?
Well, it's like playing poker. You take advantage of your opponent's natural tendencies, and most of the time they beat themselves. It's Texas, right?
Yeah.
So what do they do in Texas?
You got me. To ride horses, raise cattle.
Pump oil?
Exactly. Here, take a look at this topographic. We've got over 150 natural gas wells within a 25-mile radius of Red Plains, some of them ranging in depth from 3 to over 5 kilometers.
And that's about how deep our fault is running.
Yes, honey, exactly. These pockets of natural gas are trapped between layers of rock deep under the surface, right?
Yes.
And they're already under tremendous pressure. As the fault approaches, it's going to squeeze those gas pockets. Squeeze them like they have never been squeezed before. And don't forget, everything is still in a state of acceleration as we approach the peak event. All that pressure is just going to be itching to let loose. So all we have to do is wait for the right moment, provide the fuse, and boom, there's your path of least resistance.
You want to open up a new fault line to try to stop the one that's already there?
No, not stop it. Divert it. Why not? Once the ground opens up, the Midwestern Fault is going to head right into our new fault, following the grain of the strata.
And veer right around Red Plains.
Yes.
Just might work.
Just mine.
We've targeted 27 natural gas wells within 2 miles of the Red Plains reactors, all of them presently in use or capped.
Listen, it won't take much to set any of these off, Mr. President. It's like using tinder to light a fire and dry kindling.
The fault line will intercept our group of gas wells here, right outside Red Plains 1 and 2. The moment it does, we'll initiate the detonation sequence.
Isn't that cutting it a little close?
Yes, sir, it is, but the closer we cut it to the peak event, the better off we're going to be. When these wells do go off, they're going to rip the ground wide open, concaving the entire area.
Will this stop the fault from reaching the Gulf?
Well, maybe we'll get lucky. We don't really know.
Saving 75 million lives from a nuclear catastrophe is still a hell of a good deal. I'll take it. Thank you, both of you. Good luck. Godspeed.
Thank you. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Mr. President. The devil himself couldn't think of something like that.
What's your position, Dr. Hill?
We're flying over the fault line right now. How much time do we have?
The fault should reach Red Plains in less than 90 minutes.
This is going to be tight.
I'm making my way towards the access panel now. The shaft is barely holding together.
Take it slow, Will. Take it slow.
How we doing, Will?
I'm almost there. Do you see the access panel? Yeah, but it's screwed shut.
That's it. You won't have time to work them free, but if you push hard enough, it should pop open.
All right.
Come on, we gotta go back down. Come on. Stay back. All right. Fuck.
Foxfire 12. We are approaching Red Plains Nuclear Facility right now. We will circle around the main cooling towers and then make our final approach into the wind as we prepare for a landing. Roger that. We need those units down on the ground ASAP. I've got a visual on the well. Looks like we have a clear staging area about 200 meters from the cooling tower. Coming back around. Stay in formation. All units, start your approach and prepare for landing. 50 meters. 30 meters. Roger that, base, and prepare for landing. This is Red Leader 1. We are on the ground. This is Foxfire 12. We are on the ground. This is Desert Wind 3. We are on the ground. Where's Dr. B? We are on the ground. Let's get Dr. Earl Hill and Dr. Samantha Hill out there right now.
Dr. Hill and Dr. Hill.
That's right.
Let me show you what we got. 1.5 pound bricks of composition C4. Impact zone, 2 meters high, 50 meters wide at a 50-meter range.
That should do the job.
Who will be initiating the firing sequence?
Sam, it's your show.
Just flip the safety.
Got it.
And hit the toggle.
Come on, babe. Let's go.
Yep.
Let's go! Get him back in!
You be careful, huh?
I will.
I love you.
I love you too.
Let's go.
This is Foxfire 12. We are back in the air. How you doing, Malloy?
Hey, are you okay? Are you okay? Okay. It's not gonna hold. We gotta get everybody out of there now.
We have to evacuate this building immediately. Malloy's still down there! That's an order. Go! All right, go! Go! Get up! Come on!
I'm not gonna go anywhere while my brother's still inside.
Brad! Listen to me! Your brother's not gonna be able to come back up the same way! We're gonna have to find him an alternative route!
I am not gonna leave it, no!
You can't help him by staying there! When he makes it up to the maintenance shaft, that's when he's gonna need your help!
How do I know you'll even get him there?
Brad, I promise! We'll get him there!
I will hold you to that, Miss Miller! You understand? I will hold you to that, all right? We'll get him out, man! Okay, let's go, go! Oh my God, you're hurt! Put your arm around me, let's get out of here! Careful!
This is Foxfire 12. We are on the ground.
22 of 28 wells are set to detonate, sir.
How much time do we have left?
Less than 10 minutes.
This is Desert Wind 3. We are on the ground.
Okay, guys, let's do it. That's it, right there. Set him against the main valves. That'll carry the impact all the way down.
Hard Charger 8. We are on the ground.
Come on! Let's go!
Right here. Here we go. I got two possible routes to the observation tower! One is through this delivery access corridor here, and the other through this byway. I think the byway is a safer bet! The hallway's completely blocked off!
What if they go through this route right here and it'll lead them to the observation tower?
Ah, they'll never make it!
It's a better route!
No, it's not gonna work! We need another way out of here! Can't hang on much longer!
I'm going with it! Will! I've got your route!
What?
I've got your route!
Sam?
Yeah,
How you coming along?
we're just finishing 24. We're heading to the next one.
Good deal. Yeah, we're almost done here.
Are we good?
We're good. Let's go. Come on.
Did you feel that?
I sure do, baby. It's coming for us. Come on, guys. Now!
Stay in formation. Coming back around.
Turn left and go straight down about 200 feet!
Go left. Okay.
There's a utility door coming up on your left!
I see it. We're here.
That'll lead you to the access corridor!
Come on. Come on.
There should be a panel up against the far wall that'll lead you into the maintenance shaft!
There's nothing here.
It has to be there!
It's not. There's nothing. These are the construction plans. That doesn't mean they actually built it. What?
They're placing the last mine now, sir.
Get us the hell out of here! There's no other way! Brad! I told you I had your back! Floor's hurt! Okay, we're out of here! Let's go! Get this line off! Okay, take us up! Take us up! Hey, we're not moving! We're not moving! Stop! Hold on! There's something wrong with one of the winches! No! I knew it! Stop moving! Come on, guys! We gotta go! Come on, guys! Come on! Grab him! Come on! Take him for the chopper!
The vault is closing in on the reactor. Our teams are still trying to clear the area. 45 seconds.
What are you doing? Take it home! The three of you! No more! You take it! Brad! You take it! Take him off! Take him off! Take him off! Okay! Bring that one up! Brad! I'll be okay! Brad, no! It's okay!
35 seconds, sir. We're going in to pick up Dr. Hill's team. 28 seconds.
My brother's still down there! No! Run!
10.
Now, baby! Now! Do it!
Down!
Smoke is just starting to clear. We are trying to get a visual confirmation on the situation.
It stopped.
Sure as hell did.
The fault has stopped moving, sir. It stopped.
I need to do it! I know!
Well done!
Is it over?
I don't know.
So you think that's a good idea?
This is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity, Sergeant. I am not gonna pass it up.
Unit 2, report to the supply tent. Unit 2, immediately to the supply tent.
Hang in there, Laura. You're doing fine. Pass me the clamp. Thank you. All right, hold the clamp.
Have it.
Make sure you hold it steady.
I have it, Miguel.
You do, don't you? Okay.
Medical unit the loading area.
Hey, how's she doing? Is she okay? She's gonna make it. And the baby? The baby should be fine. You can see her a little bit. All right, thank you.
How you holding up? You know your brother, he died a hero. I'm sure he would have been happy for the both of you.
Thank you. Thanks.
Good work, Malloy.
Mr. Sanderson, can you hear us? You did very well, sir. Yes, yes, sir.
Over here, can you get a Gertie over here? Yeah, I understand. That's all right, so much
Hi, baby. Hi. Hi.
Will you look at that?
It's like the Earth has a mind of its own.
It always did, baby. If I taught you anything, I taught you that. I don't like the sound of that.
It's opening up. It's opening up.
The fault's on the move again.
Foxfire 12, ready for takeoff. We are in the air again. All squadrons, I want you to track the fault. I repeat, stay with the fault. Roger that. We are closing in on it right now. What's your status, Dr. Hill?
It's heading south.
It's closing in on Houston, sir.
The Midwestern Fault seems to be picking up speed as it makes its way into Houston, devastating everything in its path. We can only hope that everyone has evacuated this city by now. Here it goes.
Te quiero, tesoro.
The skyline is literally being ripped in half by the force of this fault.
The fault has pushed through Houston and is continuing to move southwards. It doesn't show any signs of slowing. You can see the Gulf of Mexico up ahead.
It's nearing the Gulf, sir.
I don't believe it.
What's happening?
It's breaking through to the Gulf, sir.
Come on, baby. Hold on.
Although it is with heavy hearts we mourn those we have lost, it is with profound gratitude that we cherish those who have survived. And while we are now divided geographically, we will not be divided spiritually. For it is only by standing together as a single united country that we will have the strength and courage needed to face this new day.